shining. The heat's getting back up again, which is nice because it was sunny but incredibly cold the last 2 days. Okay, so we're going to work on a little bit of opening the hips today, okay? So it's going to need a little bit of patience and a few props probably. So I'm just going to give you a second. So just you're going to need a cushion probably. You might need something soft like a little blanket or something. Just get yourself a couple of things to protect your knees. Little towel is always handy. Okay, I'll show you in a second for other reasons. So we're going to do some hip openers. So it's very important. We need to understand how we can open up the hips and how we can relax a little bit and not hold so much tension in the knee joints, trying to hold on to the external rotation in the hips. Okay. Okay, maybe you've got all the things you need to get. Okay, so let's just sit comfortably, lifting up through the rib cage, so drawing in through this belly here. So we want this out, we want to pull this in, to pull this rib cage and breathe into this diaphragm. And get used to really breathing into your whole chest cavity. So we can expand our lungs, expand these breathing muscles. And taking long inhales through the nose, filling up the whole of the lungs. And when we're completely full, we'll hold for 2 seconds. And then exhale slowly, slowly. Making sure all of the air has left the body. Inhale, lift up again. Hold. And slowly exhale. Inhale again. Let's bring a little bit of calmness to the body. Lift up the shoulders, roll them back and down. Let's let the arms just hang off the sides of the body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let's lift up through the hands. Exhale, come forwards, bring the hands down and start to walk forwards, keeping grounded in the sit bones. Spread the fingers, open the shoulders, so we draw the shoulders down. Breathe. Inhale, maybe come up a little bit to pull forwards, and then exhale. Walk the hands around to the left side. Left elbow into the side of the body. Take a breath here. Inhale, open. Exhale, come back to the floor, come back to the front side. Take a breath in and out here, coming a little bit deeper, opening up in these hips. Let's walk around to the right side. Right elbow into the body, inhale, lift up. Reach through so we can make this opening through the side of the hip here. Come back to the floor. And come all the way around to the front side. And listen to the hands. Let's come all the way up. Okay. It's part one. Now we're going to take this right foot just in front of the left knee. And you're going to take your left foot and place it underneath your right knee, okay? So this is already going to start causing a little bit of difficulty, and this is why I suggest the props. I'm going to bring them all here. Toes pointing forward, so the toes are active, and the shins are sort of parallel with the front of the mat, okay, or the side of the mat, okay, but suppose they're straight. So we have this little triangle in here, like a little triangle like you would have for setting up a pool table or something, okay? If it's really too much at this point, use some props to block up your knee, okay? Protect your knees. We're not opening the knees, we're relieving the pressure on the knees and opening the hips, okay? Everything's going to happen in here. Here, and also in your ankles, in the feet. Okay, so put nice soft things, it hurts your feet, put soft things under your feet, okay? Use all the things. Okay, good. The other thing we need to do is to deal a little bit with the discomfort. So pain we don't want because that's injury. Discomfort we can deal with to a certain degree, okay? So you might be feeling a little bit of discomfort here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come back forwards again. Okay. Just take a couple of breaths here at the first stage. Don't over force here. Just let the body, just let the hips release a little bit. Don't go to your full posture. Breathe, calm breaths. Toes active, pointing forwards. And we'll come a little bit deeper down if it's possible. Pull a little bit more floor towards you. You might have your glute muscles here screaming a little bit, but it's okay. Just allow them to release. Walk over to the left side. Bring your left elbow into the body. Let's see if we can reach through the side and look to the right thumb. And come back down. Come back around to the front side. Take a breath in and out. And then walk around to the right. Bring the right elbow into the body. And reach through the side, looking to your palm. Exhale. Come back to the front side. And let's come all the way up. Okay, we're going to go to the next level. I want you to understand at this point, this is really how you have to make the breath work for you here. Because as soon as you get into these awkward situations, everything's going to lock. Everything's just going to go kink. We're not doing anything because we're scared. Okay, this is your hips talking and your glutes, right? So everything just goes tight, which is completely the opposite of what we want to happen here, right? So you're going to have to breathe. This is what I'm saying. So we do it in stages. You come to a first point where it's bearable, okay? Before you go to don't want to go to the ultimate point at the beginning because otherwise everything's just going to lock. So you go to a point that, okay, that I can feel that. And then when you can relax a little bit, then as the body starts to let go, then you can get deeper in, okay? So until you've learned that, to let go of the triggers that are going, you have to stay at a certain point. Don't let the ego do the practice. Okay, well, you can stay here and work with this. We're going to go to the next level, of course, and we're going to take this right foot and take it on top of the left knee. And the left foot is going to be underneath the right knee. And we're going to try to turn the toes forwards and box the feet again. Now, again, you may need props and things, okay? It's all fine. Everything you need to do, just do what you've got to do. Put your prop in there. Protect the knee. Inhale up. Stay at position 2 or position 1 if this is too much. And then we come forwards. Bear with it. Remember the discomfort we can deal with. Okay, don't screw up your face. Don't create tension. Just pay attention to your breath. Trying to find places where you can find release here. Let's walk the hands around to the left side. Bring the left elbow into the body and reach through the right side. Come back down, back around to the front side. And we're going to walk around to the right and look to the left palm. Come back to the floor. And look to the hands. Let's come all the way up. We'll unwind the legs a little bit. And let's do the other side. So we're going to start backing cross-legged again, okay? The easier one. Okay. So the same thing. We just try and bring some calmness, okay? A little bit of calmness, no pressure. We don't want to ruin our knees. So the rotation again is through the ankle and through the hip. Inhale up. Exhale, come forwards, reaching forwards. You get a little bit more opening now happening because of all the openings we've done in the hips. We're going to walk the hands around to the right side, right elbow into the body, and lift up and look to the left palm, reaching through. Exhale, come back down. A little bit deeper, looking to the hands, let's come back up. Okay, so this time we have the left foot in front of the right knee and the right foot underneath the left knee. So we've got this triangle thing happening. Again, remember all of the things. You can put a cushion in here, under here. A really good thing to know maybe, I'll show you in a little bit later because it doesn't really apply here. But if you have real tension on the knees, sometimes if you put, you can get a little, this is a bit thick, you kind of need a flannel, but I'm going to show you anyway. And you can kind of put this, it's a bit fat this one, into the knee joint, behind the knee joint like that. And it kind of takes the pressure out of here. You kind of need a skinnier one, and this is a little bit fat. Okay. Okay, we just want to protect those knees. Right, okay, so anyway, come forwards. Exhale. Remember, don't come to your ultimate point just now, and then come back up again. Take a breath in and out, and then exhale, come more deeper. We're going to walk the hands around to the right side. Bring the right elbow into the body and lift up. Looking to the left palm. Reach. Come back to the floor, all the way around to the front side, coming a little bit deeper. And then walk around to the left. Left elbow into the body. Inhale, lift up. Looking to your palm. Exhale, come back to the floor, all the way around to the front side. Looking to the hands. Let's come back up. Whew, how's it going? It's tight, isn't it? I can see. Right, the last one. Now, you might not be doing this one because this might be too much pressure for the knees, okay? Don't overdo it. If you feel any kind of pain, I'm not talking about discomfort again, but you have to just stop or put a towel or put a cushion under, and let's see what happens. Let's see if we can box the feet here. You've got your left foot on top of your right knee, right foot underneath your left knee. Inhale, open. Exhale, come forwards. I was thinking of all this external rotation going on back here, okay? Deal with the discomfort. It is a lot of discomfort, believe me, it is for me too. I can feel it opening. That's the thing. We can just deal with it. Try and keep soft. Inhale, look up to the left palm. Come back around to the front side. And then walk the hands around to the left. Bring the left elbow in. Really feeling that opening in the top of the hip rotator. Oh, come back down. Look into the hands and let's come back up. Oh, we'll take these feet out. Take these knees underneath the hips. And we're going to spread and open the knees the other way. So bring the knees quite far apart, toes together, dorsal flex the feet. Come and sit down. I'm opening the hips another way. Get this nice and wide because we're going to open the hips now the other way, okay? Open the front of the hips if you like. Okay. Lift up the chest and we're going to walk down into child's pose. Bring sit bones and heels together and reach forwards with the hands. Make the shoulders a little bit active. And then we're going to walk these hands around to the right side. So we'll bring ourselves as far around as we can come without lifting the left knee. And keep walking around, stretching. So we can get a stretch right through the left side of the body. Breathe, allow the body to open. And let's walk these hands back around to the front side. Take a breath in and out, coming a little bit deeper. And then we're going to hook the hands around to the left. Keep walking around. Stretching, so you get that stretch underneath the right armpit, through the right side of the ribs. Okay, let's come back to the front side. And then looking to the hands, we're going to start to walk ourselves back up. Bring the knees underneath, tuck under the toes. And let's just sway here a little bit from side to side. So just dropping into your hips. Shaking your booty a little bit. Dropping into the shoulders. And again, just dropping into these hips. Okay, inhale, lift up. Exhale, draw the tailbone down, bring the chin to the chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw the tailbone down. Open the ribs. Inhale, again, lift up, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, tailbone down, tuck under the toes, push up into downward dog. And let's just pedal out the feet here. Stretch. Sit bones up as far as we can. And looking to the hands, we're going to step forwards, right foot. Good. Lengthen through the left side of the body so we can really stretch and open this hip and this groin here. So as we lengthen through this left leg, pushing into the back heel, getting opening up in the hip flexor, we're allowing movement, okay? Breathe, push the left hand into the floor, keep the hips level, rotate through the back. Looking to the right thumb. Breathe, calm breaths. Let's bring the hand back to the floor, step back into downward dog. Calm breaths here. Looking to the hand, step forwards, left foot. Again, lengthen through this right thigh, through the right heel, separating the two hips. Finding this movement through this hip flexor here. We'll push the right hand into the floor and push the floor away from you so you can rotate through the shoulders. Looking to the left thumb. Just bring this hand back to the floor. And we're going to turn sideways on the mat. And let's get the toes of your feet pointing to the corners of your mat. Okay? And remember my obsession with keeping equal weight in the feet. Okay, now you have to keep equal weight in the feet. We're on the feet, the toes are grabbing the floor and the little toes. Okay, the big toes and the little toes. We need the strong feet. Okay, we're going to walk these hands over to the right side. Now you might be on a block here, okay, or something like this, and you might just be hanging out here. If it's possible, we'll bring the hands down. We're going to start opening up through these groins here, but also we're opening up through this hip, okay? You can bring the hands, try to drop. As we drop down, you'll feel the opening happening. Bring the shoulder blade underneath the knee, if possible. If not, you just stay at one of these other points, okay? Work with this. I'm going to offer you the next thing, obviously, because there might be somebody out there that can do the next thing, and just drop down into this. Bring the right hand to the outside of the right foot, and breathe. Calm. Don't panic. And release. Let's come back. Come back to the front side. Take a breath in and out here and walk the hands over to the left. Again, come to where you need to be. You don't have to go the whole way, okay? If it's possible, we'll come to the outside of the left foot, keeping the right toes on the floor, especially the little toe. And we see if we can look under this arch of the foot, see some daylight. Breathe. Okay, let's release. And we're going to turn to face the left toes and step back into downward dog. Okay, let's look to the hands and we'll step forwards right and left foot, halfway left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's come all the way up. And we're all going, enjoying our little hip extravaganza. It's going to get even more intense. So we have to work with opening up our hips from time to time, just focusing, concentrating on that one area, because it just includes such a big area of the body. And it's a big part of our movement. And also we hold a lot of emotions in these hips, okay? There's a lot of stuff goes on in there. So let's just continue and get these moving. Okay, inhale. Exhale, fold forward, push back the hips. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, step back, come down for chaturanga. Inhale, open. Exhale, come back into downward dog. Breathe. Five breaths. And look to the hands. Step forwards, right and left foot. Halfway left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's come all the way up. Exhale. Inhale, looking to the thumbs. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, let's step back and come down through chaturanga. Open into upward facing dog. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Five breaths. Let's look to the hands, step forwards, right and left foot. Halfway left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's come all the way up. Into the thumbs, exhale. Position. Surya Namaskara B. Bend the knees, sweep the fingers through the mat. And come up into Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, step back. We come down through chaturanga. Open into upward facing dog. Stretch your feet. Come back into downward facing dog. Step the left foot to the side, right foot's coming forwards. We're opening the hips again here. So make sure both hip bones are facing forwards. And as we lift up, we drive the hips forwards, opening up through this hip, through this left hip. Exhale, come back to the floor, all the way down. Inhale, open, and come back into downward dog. Step the right foot to the side, left foot's coming forwards. See how we're opening this hip here. Okay, so we have this rotation, we're trying to turn this hip bone forwards, and this knee's turning out, so we have this rotation on this hip. As we lift up, driving the hips forwards and down. Exhale, come back to the floor, and come down through chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Back into downward facing dog. Calm breaths. Look to the hands. Let's step forwards, right and left foot. Halfway left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees. Sweep the fingers through the mat and come up. Exhale. Position. Come into Tadasana. Bend the knees. Sweep the fingers through the mat. So we're coming into chair pose. So you've got your backside like it's going to sit down, and we're in like a skiing position, okay? It's like we're going off ready for the skiing, okay? So we've got a tiny little bit of back curvature. We're squeezing the perineum. Leave the knees and the posterior where it is, and try to just reach up. Exhale, tip forwards. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, step back. Come down through chaturanga. Inhale, open. Exhale, back into downward dog. Step the left foot to the side, right foot forwards, and come up into Virabhadrasana. Let's bring the hands back, squeeze palms, lift the chest, and then push forwards. And see if we can open up in here, bring the crown down, hands coming over. Breathe. Release the hands. Turn the back foot, shuffle over the right leg. And we come into lizard pose here. So stretch your back foot into the floor. Stretch this thigh, this hip flexor. Right knee over the right ankle and shuffle the right foot just to the edge of the mat here. Toes pointing forwards. So we want to keep this toe-knee alignment. I want to protect this knee, okay? And make the knee strong, and I want all the movement to happen in this hip, okay? And then we're going to come down. So again, you might need props here. You might need a cushion. You might need to hang out on a block. And come and hang out on the floor. Just to where you need to be here. And stretch. And keep calmness in the face. Excuse me. Let's turn that off. And keep calmness in the face. Slowly start to come down. And we're going to breathe through the discomfort, okay? As I said before, as we started this hip class today, you're going to deal with a little bit of discomfort today. Quite a lot of discomfort today. Quite a lot of just trying to deal with holding these challenging postures. Breathe. Just calm. Okay, slowly start to walk our way back up. Okay, and we're going to now heel toe this foot across to the other side of your mat. And then we'll come down, okay? Now, to open the hip here into pigeon, we kind of want to eventually have this shin parallel with the front of the mat. Okay, and then we'll come down. But that's not always possible. So you can bring this foot a little bit in, okay? And actually start like this. So don't start on top of your knee like this, okay? Because this puts pressure onto the knee joint. We want to open this. So I want you to come and just hang out onto your thigh and onto your right glute. You can let this leg turn around for now, okay? Let me spin around so you can see me on the other side. So I want you just to, I don't want you to hurt your knee. Okay, so come here. We've got the body facing sideways. And then as we get to release, you slowly start to come over and bring yourself down. So the hips can come level And we can start to open this glute muscle, okay? And as you get more and more flexible, you'll be able to bring up your foot, create a little bit more intensity, and come down. Okay? And we're going to hang here for a couple of minutes. For 5 hours. No, for a couple of minutes. We're going to hang here. So just relax. Try to, if I say relax, and I know it's a challenging posture, but try to go through the process of relaxing all of the parts that you can. So you start maybe with relaxing your face, okay? Relaxing the breath, relaxing the face. Calm. Then we relax and take the tension out of the shoulders and the neck. All the tension is going to be in here, okay? Everything is going to be in this hip and this glute muscle. Okay, let's just come up and walk the hands around to the right side. Try and keep your left foot grounded. Breathe. And then we're going to walk the hands around to the left side. And come back around to the front side. Just another minute. 30 seconds. Okay, let's slowly come back up. Just nice and slowly tuck under the toes. Straighten one down. Tuck under the toes of the left foot, and we lift up into a three-legged dog. Open, stretch, and then we're going to open the hip to bring the right leg over. Keep even weight in both of your hands. And then come back to the floor. Looking to the hands. Let's step left foot forwards. Right foot comes at 45 degrees. And we lift up into Virabhadrasana on the left side. Let's bring these hands back, squeeze the palms, lift the chest. Exhale, push into the back foot and come forwards. Keep straight into the balance. Breathe, bringing the hands maybe over. And release the hands to the floor. Let's turn the toes of the right foot. Shuffle the left foot over to the left side, just to the edge of the mat. And bring down your back foot. Again, you may want to come onto a cushion, onto some blocks. Just onto your elbows. Extending back through the right leg so we can get opening on the hip flexor. And breathe, calm breaths. Be patient. Another 30 seconds. Calmness in the breath. Be patient with yourself. Okay, and slowly start to come back up. And again, we'll heel toe this left foot over, so we can do all of that on the other side into pigeon. Again, you can bring this foot just inside here. Start off on the outside of your left thigh. Find the opening here first. Try to find some relax. Don't bring any pressure to this knee. And then slowly bringing yourself over. And we lift that left glute to the floor, off the floor, so we can bring the hips down. Okay, but we're trying to protect this knee. We're trying to make all the movement happen in this hip and this glute. Okay. As you get more flexible, you can bring the foot up a little bit higher. We'll just breathe. Nice calm breaths here. Try and find all the calmness you can find it within the body, within the face, and your shoulders relaxing. And just be patient with yourself. You can spend your whole time in this posture just thinking, oh my God, how long is it going to be? When can I get out of this? When can I stop? When's it going to go away? And if you do that the whole time, you will spend in this posture, your body will be tight. Okay, because it will be in a state of leaving all the time. Okay, leaving the posture, not actually being in it. I can be in this posture myself for sometimes 3 minutes, and it takes that long just for it to let go, just for the body just to release. And all of a sudden you feel click, and you're like, wow, okay. But the longer you fight it, okay, you're just going to stay in a situation of conflict with your own body. You're just going to be fighting yourself. And you're going to spend the whole time just in tension, okay? So you've got to try and find ways of relaxing and releasing. Start with all the things that are easy. That's why I always start, relax the face, calm the breath, start working your way through and try to bring all of the tension, of where it is, which is in the hip and in the glute, okay? We don't need it in the rest of the body. And then we can focus on releasing that tension, which is in that focus place, rather than just putting tension through the whole body. Okay, let's walk the hands around to the left side. Left chin onto left knee if possible. Okay, and let's come back around and walk the hands around to the right side. Okay, let's come back to the front side. Bring the hands back onto the mat, make the hands nice and strong, tuck under the toes of the right foot, and lift up into a three-legged dog. Pushing into each hand, either evenly through the hands, open the left hip, and come back into downward dog. And just pedal the feet here a little bit. Okay. I'm doing for time. Okay, let's come onto the knees. Spread. And come and sit on the heels for a moment. Okay, how are we doing? Good. I know this is very intense hips, okay, and we're going to continue with the intensity into the hips, all right? You're going to be okay. Just be careful with yourself. I'm going to get some more props here. Yes. Okay, let's come back up into downward dog. Time's pushing on. Let's come back into downward dog. Okay, and we're going to come back onto the knees, and we're going to put the right knee and cross the right knee in front of the left knee, so we have these two flippers. Okay, we've got little flippers here, and then we come and sit down. And sit down in between the 2 feet. Now, if this is not possible, okay, it might be really tight. You can take this leg up and just ground the foot so you've got like a half. Okay, if it's still going to work, it's still going to open your hips. If it's possible, we'll cross both feet. And we're going to open the shoulders as well. So just sit here, just calm. You don't have to do anything here. This is just going to sit and allow it to open and soften. Okay. And then we're going to join because the right leg is over, we're going to open the right arm. So we bring these two hands together. You can use a towel here, or you can use a belt. If it's not possible to reach the two hands, if your shoulders are really tight, I'm going to try and reach the hands. And then try and sit up straight. And again, it's really interesting. The shoulder has a huge amount of rotation as well, like kind of like the thigh joint joining the hip. The shoulder has the same sort of rotation going on. And quite a lot of flexibility, but also can be really, really tight because we hold a lot of tension in the shoulders and the hips, okay? It's where all the massive joints are, bizarrely. It makes this really tight. Okay, let's release the two hands from each other. And because we have the right leg over, we're going to take the right arm under. So the hands are back to back. You get this? Okay, we're going to use the right arm is under, remember? And the right hand is going to collect that left thumb. So we have the hands in eagle pose, Gardharasana. Bring the elbow creases in level with your chin. Exhale here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, draw these elbows back into the rib cage. Pull the shoulder blades down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, draw the elbows back into the middle of the body and then pulling the shoulders down away from the ears. Feels great. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, draw again, elbows back into the rib cage. Last thing, we pull these elbows, shoulders down. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale, come up. And exhale, last one. Come back to neutral, unwind the arms. And then just for a minute here, I just want you to, haven't your hips become a little bit more relaxed just from when you weren't focusing on the hips, you were thinking about what's happening here? All of a sudden this may became a little bit more relaxed. I hope you got that. Okay, we're going to disco the legs, a little bit of fun. Okay, we'll see if we can do it. We'll do it with a bit of practice. Bring your hands up And you're back on your knees, look. Tuck under the toes, both sides, and push up. And then we're going to walk around following the right foot. So we're going around and around. And then we should cross the legs to the other side. So now the left leg is on the top. I know you did that perfectly. Yes, well done. Okay, so each side's different. So this side might be a little bit tight than the other side or not. For me, this side a little bit tighter. On the left, you can use the towel to join the hands. Oops, left hand up this time. Or you can use a belt, or you can grab your hands. Grab your hands. Ooh, just. And then just allow yourself to open. Just breathe. Try and find some calmness. Release the hands. And because we have the left leg on the top, we're going to have the left arm under. Collect the right thumb this time, okay? You might not be able to do this. I might just have hands back to back. But ultimately, we're trying to open the scapula. Try. Okay. Relieving this tension that's created by all these laptops. Elbows back into the belly. Pull the shoulders down. Inhale up. Exhale, back down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Last one. Inhale up. Open. And exhale. Come back to neutral. Unwind the arms. Bring the hands forwards. And we're just going to push ourselves up, cross-legged, downward dog. Squeezing thighs together. And let's cross over the other side. Okay, and let's look at the hands, come back into sitting. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna just bring the feet here into Baddha Konasana. So you've got cobbler's pose, so we've got these, what they call, not palms, soles, palms of my feet. It's interesting because my feet, I'm trying to turn into hands. I discovered that in most countries, especially Spanish-speaking countries, they don't have words for toes. They call them foot fingers. So, and it's occurred to me that these used to be like very useful. These used to be quite about as useful as our hands. So I'm trying to bring them back to hands, so we can get the toes all moving, the feet and everything all happening. All right. Let's just butterfly here. Let's see what's happened because we've opened so many things in the hips. And let's just see if it feels, at the moment might feel a bit tender. But maybe it's open. Okay. Okay, we'll come back again. That's not for now. We'll bring this left foot into the side, sorry, the right foot into the side of the left. into Janusasana. External rotation on here. Use a towel or a belt for here. Bend the knee. Okay. Whatever we decide, come forwards. I'm pushing back into the rotation here and staring at the toes. Let's come back up. Let's collect this right foot and put it into the creases here. Okay, you might stay here. I'm keeping this left toes engaged, completely engaged. Don't let that go wobbly. All right, I want you just to work with this now. Maybe we've opened something. Maybe we've created more tension. Who knows? But I just want you to work with Adha Baddha Padma, Paschimottanasana. Let's just see how far we can go. Maybe we'll stay here. Maybe we'll come into here. Maybe we'll come around and collect the belt or collect the toes. And then coming forwards, dorsal flex the foot. Breathe. Coming back out. Nice. Collect the knee and the foot. We'll release that down. Let's bring this left foot into the side of the body. Looking to your right toes, collecting the foot with the belt or whatever you need to do. Take the bump out of the back and exhale to come forwards. Inhale, let's come back up. We'll take this left foot and nice and open. Again, you may stay here, or we may come into the hip crease, come around and collect the toes. And then we come forwards. Inhale, let's come back up and release, nice and easy. Legs, and we're going to cross feet, step or jump back, come down through Chaturanga. Inhale, open, and exhale, come back into downward dog. And we're going to look to the hands and come step back into sitting. Okay, let's come back in to Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of the feet together. Drawing down so we can open up, stretch through these groins here. Rotate, so this is externally rotating out, okay? The next thing that's going to happen probably is your body's going to come a little bit curved and concaved. You need to try to focus on lifting up. Lifting up to bring your body straight, and at the same time pushing these knees down. Okay, so can you see where my knees are off of the mat? That's pretty much where I can get to here with the rotation that I have here. But then we have the rotation in the feet. So look, watch what happens. We can open the feet because if we have the rotation. And then we have this happening. So the knees nearly come down now, okay? You've got to find where the rotation is. It's not in these guys. It's in here. It's in these ankles. It's in these feet, okay? We learn how and understand how the body moves, and the body starts to understand. Inhale. Let's come back up. We'll bring the feet maybe back together. Okay, and hold on to keep the back nice and straight, and bring the chin into the chest and push the knees back down. Breathe. Okay, and come back up. Let's take these knees. We'll bring them into the chest. Give ourselves a bit of a hug. Maybe bring the chin to the knees. We'll rock around. Okay, lower the head down. And lower the left leg down. And let's hook the right toes with the left hand here. Or indeed, you may have a belt. Left hand, right foot. If you have a belt or you have the toes or whatever you have, okay, just keep an eye on what's going on here. Don't be doing this. We don't want to be doing this. We want to keep this alignment. Knee, second toe, hip. Okay, and extend out to the left side. Looking down your right palm, keeping the right shoulder onto the floor. Keeping the left leg a little bit active. Breathe, calm. Inhale, let's come back up. You can swap hands. We're going to swap the left hand with the right hand. You might have your belt here. If you don't, if you do have your foot, remember, hook the toes with the first two fingers, but also hook the fingers with the toes. And let's take this right leg out. Looking down your left side, keeping your left hand onto your left hip, so we can draw this hip back to the floor and open up a little bit into these groins. Keep the left leg active. We'll take this foot back up. Bring this foot either side of the belt or of your foot. Take a deep inhale, and then exhale, bring the chin to the shin. Exhale, come back down to the floor. We'll hook the left toes with the right hand. Open up the left palm, looking down your left side, and we'll take this left foot to the right side. Breathe, calm breaths. I'm starting to wind a little bit down. Starting to just explore now the movement that we've made in the body. And we're starting to just see how we feel with this newfound movement. Coming back up, let's swap left hand to left toes, right hand to right hip, and then we'll come out to the left side. Looking down your right side, trying to keep your right shoulder onto the floor. So let's bring this foot back up. Get your strap either side or your belt. A deep inhale, and with an exhale, bring your chin to your shin. Okay. Just relax, come down. And then lie back in Shavasana, palms facing up. Relax the whole body. You start to go through the process of relaxing the whole body. Start with your toes. Just slowly working your way up through the body. Relax. Starting to scan through your body, making sure you're not still holding on to tension in the body. Working your way up through the knees, sending a little bit of love to each part of the body, a little bit of recognition. You can thank your body if you like. I do. Be grateful for what it allows you to do. It allows you to manipulate it into different situations. So send a little bit of love to each part of the body, a little bit of recognition. Thank you. And working your way up through the hips that have done so much work today, the hips and the glutes. Really trying to release any tension here. Really trying to find a way to relax this area. It's a very complex area of the hips and the groins and the glutes. And slowly working your way up through the body. Through the middle body. All the internal organs are. Working our way up through the chest and the shoulders. I'm trying to relax these shoulders. Again, it's another place that's prime for holding on to tension. And we will try to release that. Relax the shoulders down into the floor a little bit. Nice, calm, normal breaths now. Just relaxing around your neck and shoulders. Relax your face. Try not to let yourself drift off into what's going to happen next. Just try and stay here for a few more minutes. Just really concentrating on being with yourself. It's quite interesting at this time of lockdown that we've all been put into a situation where we have to spend quite a little bit of time with ourselves. And sometimes this can be quite confronting, but it shouldn't be. It's just us. Spending time with ourselves shouldn't be such an ordeal. Just relax. Relax. So if you want to stay in Shavasana, absolutely fine. You stay there, enjoy yourself. I'm going to slowly close the class. Okay, for those that want to finish with me, just start to bring attention back to the body. Keeping the eyes gently closed. Just bring your hands over your head for a big stretch. And let's make our way over to the right side and just go and turn onto the right side of the body. Just relax there for a couple of breaths. No rush. Keep the eyes gently closed. And then now bring yourself up to sitting posture. Slowly, slowly, keep the eyes still closed. We'll bring the hands to the heart. And just rub palms together, creating heat into the hands, creating prana into the body. Place these warm palms over your closed eyes. And we'll open our eyes to the darkness of our palms. And return hands to the heart. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the practice today.